So we're getting ready to study the law of conservation of matter, otherwise known as the law of conservation of mass. We've talked about changes in matter, for example, the evaporation of water, or a puddle of water, or the rusting formed on a metal fence. This one's going to be physical, so evaporation of water, physical, and rusting would be an example of chemical. However, in both of these examples, no matter is created or destroyed by any changes. In other words, the total amount of matter remains constant. So how did scientists come up with this law? Well, they measured the mass of the reactants, or the stuff that goes into the reaction. And then they measured the reaction after it took place. So they measured the mass of the products. That's the stuff that's left over. So here's the law of conservation of matter. It says, during a chemical reaction, matter cannot be created or destroyed. So in other words, even though matter can change form from one form to another, the same number of atoms exist before and after the change. So the mass of the reactants equals the mass of the products. Here's an example of the law of conservation of mass. We have a test tube containing lead nitrate, and it's going to be placed in a flask that contains potassium iodide. So what are these guys going to be? These guys are going to be the reactants. That's the stuff we're putting into the reaction. And right now they're not going to mix. We're going to put a stopper in the top of the flask, and we're going to create a closed system. And what a closed system is, it's just going to be an environment where no matter can come in or leave. Okay? And we're going to put this on a scale, and we're going to get the mass of it. And so right now it's going to weigh 238 grams. We're going to go ahead and flip that over and mix it up. And now we're going to make lead iodide and potassium nitrate. Okay, so the matter has changed form, so we've made new things, but the total mass has not changed at all. So we weigh it again, and it's 238 grams.